Hi guys, my name's Sabrina, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about something serious and I'm kind of scared. I'm really not good at speaking and voicing my thoughts properly, and I'm always scared of making serious videos like this. I've scrapped so many because I'm scared I'll say something wrong, or I think I'm not qualified enough to talk about something, and I'm scared of people coming on here and just outright ignoring everything I say and leaving something mean in the comments. But I realized I shouldn't let the fear of people saying mean things to me deter me from speaking about something that's important and that other people might need to hear. If you're gonna leave a mean comment, maybe watch this entire video and see what I say before commenting, and remember that I'm a real person with real feelings, and that I'm a small channel. I read all the comments that I get, and that this problem that I'm about to talk about affects a large population of people, and just try to realize and imagine and expand your thinking, empathize with people and realize hey, maybe they're right, maybe I should consider their feelings. Anyways, okay, so yeah, let's get into it. Throughout my entire life as an Asian American, I've noticed a huge problem with casual racism against Asians. Even though I spent the first 12 years of my life in a Midwest town with a lot of white people in it, it was a problem there, but it's still a problem in big cities like Las Vegas, the one I live in now. And it's not just the obvious mean things like calling Asians chinky or pulling their eyes back, or asking if I've ever eaten a dog, or saying that my leftovers from the stuff my mom cooked for dinner last night is stinky. Also, even if it's in a joking manner, it's still racism, Stephanie. Maybe just don't be mean to people. I don't know. The racism is also hidden in things that are supposed to be kind and pleasantries, I guess, saying, I've had so many people say this to me, but saying, oh, you look so exotic, when really they're trying to say oh, you look so beautiful, or oh, you look so not white, I guess. Or the thing where white people ask you where you're from. Where are you from? Oh, yeah, I'm from Chicago. No, but where are you from? From Chicago? I was born and raised there. No, where are you from? Well, I'm Filipino. Both my parents were born and raised in the Philippines. As an Asian American, all these little bouts of racism and microaggressions made me really want to be white when I was a kid, because I was if I weren't Asian, if I were white, I could fit in with the rest of the kids. They wouldn't make fun of me. They'd stop making jokes about my appearance, and I would fit in with them. I would become one of them. And I'm still trying to unlearn that kind of mentality, because that's how deeply these kinds of things affect people, and it's exhausting. It's really exhausting. Recently though, I've noticed a lot of white and non-Asian people wanting to look Asian and just fetishizing Asians, basically. Here's this TikTok that I've seen a lot of duets on my For You page. Now, obviously, this girl has altered her appearance, her eyes mainly, to look more Asian. And the irritating part is that there are a lot of white people in the comments saying oh, you're not Asian fishing? That's fine, you're just doing your makeup. But the problem is it's the white people saying all that. It's not the Asian people defending her. I mean, do I really have to connect the dots for you? This girl is obviously white, and she said that Kpop was the direct reason for her to change her eye shape and look like that. And it would be fine if you change your hairstyle to look like your favorite Kpop idol, or you change your fashion sense to match your Kpop idol, and that would help your appearance more, gain you more confidence, whatever. But it becomes a problem when you're changing something that Asians have always been made fun of. And I also want to point out that people don't only do this with Asians, it also happens with blackfishing. I'm sure we've all seen the videos of non-black people spray tanning and wearing a foundation that's 10 times too dark for them, putting in box braids, cornrows, faking a black scent to look black when they're actually like white. Here's a video that I saw recently. And also, like, Nikita Dragon, not to call you out. Actually, I don't care if I call you out. She blackfishes all the time. You've seen it, and it's disgusting. And it's not fair to people of color for other people to act like this, because we were born the way we look. We were bullied and face racism and discrimination and microaggressions every day because of the way we look. We can't just take it off like white people can. And now white people decide that after they've spent years harassing us, making fun of us, and now they can just purposely do their makeup and change their hair to look a certain race that isn't their own. And at the end of the day, these people can take off their makeup and their hair and change the way they look, stop faking a black scent, and reap the benefits of white privilege. While we're stuck this way, we still have to face the same shit every day. And we still look like this no matter how the fashion trends change, no matter what white people think is the next big thing. You remember when the fox eye trend was a big thing and all the influencers were posing with their eyes like this? I still see people on Twitter posing like that, and it's not okay. Because people in elementary school would make fun of Asians for this, by doing this, and old white people still do it. I've seen it so many times. Is my hair frizzy up here? I want to backtrack and talk about how Asian fetishization has become such a prevalent problem nowadays, because it's been bothering me for a really long time. Asians have been fetishized for a really long time. Like, I'm sure we all know the stereotype that Asians have a white dad and a Asian mom, and usually it's because, like, white men think that Asians are dainty and docile and pure and innocent, or this white man went off to join the military and, like, was based in Vietnam or the Philippines and then hooked up with a lady there, you know? But recently I've noticed a huge trend in Asian fetishization with the younger generation, like, especially with the rise of Kpop in America. And, like, don't get me wrong, I love Kpop. I still listen to it recreationally. I had a huge Kpop phase in middle school and high school. I just, like, I don't engage in the fandom anymore because they're scary and a little toxic sometimes. And you can love the music and you can love your idols, but when it goes beyond that and it goes to, oh, Korean men are so hot, I would only date a Korean man, or oh my god, I want to date an Asian guy so bad, like Opar, I would only ever date an Asian guy. Or it goes to wanting to look Asian and looking up how to look Asian tutorial on YouTube by those white girls who, like, also fetishize Asians. That's when it becomes a big problem. And again, it goes back to Asian Americans have to face racism, discrimination, microaggressions every day. But now with the rise of K-pop, y'all are only attracted to the Asians who look like your idols. It's always, oh my god, I love Asian guys, but when there's a dark-skinned Asian guy who pops up, it's crickets for y'all. It's crickets. Like, if you really, I guess, wanted to extend your love for Asians and their culture, you would speak up for all Asians and speak up whenever you see any racism against any Asian. People really need to understand that Asia is huge. There's so much diversity. I'm Asian, I'm Filipino, but I don't look East Asian. I don't have pale skin. I don't have pin straight hair. My hair is naturally wavy and curly. I also don't have a small nose. I have a hump, a beak, if you will. But despite all my differences from what people would normally think are typical Asian characteristics, I'm still Asian. Asian fetishization is not what you think it is. It's not some sort of white savior moment for you. it's not supporting and loving Asians. Asian fetishization continues to perpetuate harmful stereotypes that Asian Americans are trying to break down every day. Like, all of y'all think that, oh, Asians are so small and dainty and docile and cute and pure and innocent and pale and smart. Even if you think these stereotypes aren't necessarily bad or harmful, it's bad or harmful to people who don't fit those stereotypes. Hi, it's me editing, that's why I look like this. I took my eyelashes off, but I wanted to add something. It just occurred to me that these stereotypes I'm talking about feeds back into K-pop, even though I kind of think that K-pop still perpetuates these kind of stereotypes. Like, K-pop idols have to be a certain look in order to be successful. Like, that's a huge thing. We all know it's a huge problem. Their managing teams think they all need to be super pale and super skinny. They even go on these really harmful, not very healthy diets just to get down to a certain weight. Their eyes need to be big. They get plastic surgery. Korea has like one of the biggest plastic surgery industries, and it's because their beauty standards are so high. They also think they need to keep the image up of not being scandalous or sexy. I think my friend just told me that Jennie from Blackpink like got a lot of hate for being in like some sort of sexy nurse outfit in their newest music video, and they had to take it out because fans were getting annoyed that they were looking sexy. I remember back when I was really into K-pop, Kai from EXO, he had, or he probably still has, I haven't seen him in a while, he has tan skin. People like gave him a lot of hate for having tan skin, and it's like, you can't help having tan skin, that's just the melanin in your skin, baby. It's your skin protecting itself from the sun. All idols are whitewashed so much. It is like disturbing how much idols are whitewashed. Even like people who take, like even just fans who take pictures, they will go into Photoshop and whitewash them, like to be the color of my shirt, and it's like scary. So yeah, like I just think it's really weird how there's a feedback loop of these stereotypes affecting K-pop idols and then Americans who consume K-pop and just like only seeing this one version of an Asian, and that's like in their mind, especially in like young K-pop fans, in their mind that is like the ideal Asian to them, and it's like harmful to other Asians in America like me who don't look like that at all. And it's like hard to look like a K-pop idol. They do so much to look the way they do. So like I just think you really need to be aware of that, how the media you're consuming is affecting your worldview, because it affects real life people, and it hurts real life people. And it's also harmful in the way that you think our personality is only based on our race and that we aren't all individual people with unique personalities. For example, I personally don't think I fit the Asian stereotypes. I'm not very smart. I'm not very nice. I'm kind of an asshole. I'm kind of brash. I don't look the way people think of when they think of an Asian in their mind, you know? Especially in the way of like my skin tone. Like colorism is a huge problem in Asia. Even in countries where there may be a large population of people who have darker skin, like in the Philippines or in India, in anywhere in Southeast Asia, the skin whitening industry are huge there. Like I was 8 when I visited the Philippines. People were like, oh, here, take home these skin whitening lotions and soaps, and my grandma like would supply me with skin whitening and lotions and soaps all the time, and I used them like an idiot. So it's like, not only do I feel out of place in the Philippines if I ever decide to go back there, I also feel out of place in America. So I neither feel Asian or American. I'm somewhere in between in this sort of limbo where I don't fit anywhere. And that is the problem, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So please, if you or anyone you know has a problem with Asian fishing or fetishizing Asians, you need to call them out. Because I'm so tired of white people doing this shit and just not listening. And it's really hurtful, really. Makes me sad, upset, angry, as it does to a lot of people, because like the emotional trauma that being bullied for the race that you are goes so deep, and it really, really hurts now to see the switch be flipped. And now, like, white people are like, oh my god, I love Asians. Oh my god, like, I totally didn't bully you for years. And, like, don't say some shit about not caring about my feelings and, like, oh, toughen up, it happens to everyone. Like, that's the thing, it shouldn't be happening. It's unfair. And, like, I don't know how to tell you that you should care about other people. So yeah, I really hope this video helped in some way and and helped you understand where I'm coming from, and why the things that you might be doing are harmful. Even if, like, you have an Asian friend and they're like, oh, like, yeah, I think it's okay, they're probably lying to you, because it's hard to speak out against something that the people around you are in such strong support of. Like if I'm in a room of people who all hate pineapple on pizza, and we're trying to order a pizza, they're like, oh, what do you want? I'm not gonna say pineapple on pizza, because I don't want them to, like, make fun of me and yell at me, you know? And lastly, to my fellow Asians, you need to stop making racist jokes about Asians to fit in with your white friends. Call people out on their racist bullshit. Stop joking about eating dogs. Stop making derogatory Asian accents. Stop calling yourself Ling Ling. Stop trying to make yourself white. You don't need to do that, baby. It's okay. You need to learn self-love, because acting that way is colonizer mentality. Don't let the colonizers do that to you. You deserve better. You need to think for yourself. Because, like, I was in that position before. I used to make Asian jokes all the time just to try to fit in, because everyone around me was not an Asian and, like, did not care about being racist towards Asians. So that was what I needed to do to survive socially. Like, it's 2020. You don't need to keep being racist to be funny. Or don't revolve your personality about being racist, okay? You don't need to do that anymore. And I promise you, the racist jokes about everything I just said, like, it's not as funny as you think it is. It really isn't. Follow me on Instagram at sab.grey and Twitter at sabgdrey. I'm more active on Twitter. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Wear a mask, go register to vote, and then learn how to fill in your mail-in ballot if that's what you're gonna do. Vote safely. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.